okay. I just thought, typing sometimes takes too long, but I just having this thought about just this last tweet that, Scott put out, and I may be misinterpreting what he's trying to say, but to me, it sounds very much like there's this whole agenda being, which is, the same people who tell others that if they're not agreeing, there's some sort of conspiracy theory. If we have concerns, then we're conspiracy theorists. And why are we so frightened? We're not frightened. I don't know about anybody else. I'm not frightened. I'm taking control of the situation. I don't know how it's so difficult to understand. Agenda-wise, the agenda was to make schools better for our kids. I'm not here to say your way is right, my way is wrong. I know what I want for my kids. I can speak for myself. I can speak for many people who have expressed the same concerns. They are not okay. We are not okay with how things are going. Okay? Our options are, do we pull them out and allow this system to continue and just rebuild? Of course, we thought about all that. We also know that these children, we can't get away from society. This is what's happening if we feel so strongly about how this is wrong and damaging. We do care about all of the kids, not just our own. Then do you see the hypocrisy there? You accuse you accuse me of only being self-serving. I don't care about all the kids. Meanwhile, I could pull my kids out. But then how about all the other kids that are there? All the other parents who don't even know what's going on. And yet when we stand up and say, enough, we're going to speak for all of these people. Now all of a sudden, why don't you just pull your kids out? Do you see how hypocritical you are when you say things like that? Accuse me of only caring about some kids, but yet when I'm standing in front of you to fight for all of the kids, then you just tell me, why do you care so much? Why are you making a big deal about this? Just take your kids out. It's called private school. Check yourself. I don't know why it's so difficult to understand people. This isn't just an election. This is a tremendous concern, not because we're terrified, because we're not okay with what's going on, and we will not sit idle. An election doesn't matter. 1 minute you're telling me I have no power. I don't even know what the rules are as a trustee. The next minute you're telling me I'm a loser and I lost the election. The people have spoken. There's nothing I can do about it. I couldn't do anything if I were elected anyway. And now I can't do anything because I wasn't elected. Guys, come on. What are you doing here? Sorry, I was getting a phone call and got cut out there. Guys, give your head a shake. Come on. You can't have it both ways. No one that I know that's standing up for this is telling you what to do on how to live your life. Yet you that don't agree with me, all of you who don't agree with me, are telling me how to live my life. Can you just stop and think about that? You can continue to teach your kids the way you want to teach them, okay? You can continue to wear a mask even if I don't want to wear a mask or if I don't think and there's reasons why I don't want to wear a mask, okay? Whether you want to know those reasons, broaden your perspectives or not, that I'm okay with it. I don't judge you either way. And you know what? There's people who will be wearing masks and maybe there's a reason why they need to wear a mask. I'm not bothered by it. It's you do what you need to do to be safe for yourself, for others. If you're sick and you think that, it's going to go into somebody else and you have something that if you cover your face, then it's going to help, then do that. Thank you. It's appreciated. I'll do the same thing. I would do the same thing. It's interesting because you want to push and push and push these ideas, this method, this manner. People are saying, no, thank you. I'm not okay with that. You can continue to do that with your kids if you wish. I can't control that. but I'm out. If I don't get a say, I'm out. I don't know why that's hard to understand. There's no ill intention. There's no agenda other than not staying idle and taking the abuse from you. I don't know. I don't understand. It's similar in the summer. We had the kids in a camp, and since this organization so kindly mentioned my name, I will mention yours. It was Act Out KW. Act Out KW. Anyone who knows me knows I was very intentional in making sure that any camp I signed up for and committed to, and I have emails. Hey, just to make sure, can we make sure that there's no masks? Vaccinations aren't going to be mandatory regardless of what happens. And if they are, then I need to know, I need to be reassured that I can get a refund, because I'm not okay with those mandates. I'm not okay with them. You can keep them and you can keep doing it. And I'm sure that you can serve a population that appreciates that. I'm sure that you can reach a population that says, hey, it's important for me to be in a camp that everyone's vaccinated. But there are people, such as myself, that don't want to partake in that. Okay? We don't want to partake in it. So, my husband's the one that dropped off the first day of camp. I go and pick up. Kids are wearing masks. Oh, why are you guys wearing masks? Oh, we have to wear masks here. No. We don't have to wear masks. Oh, well, it's encouraged. And I can go into the whole, and one day maybe I will, because it was just Twilight Zone, circus zone. Okay? So I'm like, okay, is that what you want? If that's what you want, that's okay. I'm going to need a refund. That's never been said to me. You guys gave us a list of what we needed for the first day. Running shoes, peanut nut-free or nut-free snack, hat, sunscreen, whatever it was. You gave me a very detailed list, and never did you say I needed a mask. Never did you say anything. This is sure you guys know me in tech. So this is above what's required. And you need to make people know. So if you think this is so important and that this is such a good idea and that you're so proud of your decision to continue with mandates, even though public health says you don't have to do it anymore, then stand by it. Tell me on the website. It's nowhere to be found on the website. It might be now because I gave them some, here's some constructive criticism, feedback for you. If you think this is so important, then you must feel that it's going to be serving. There's going to be people you can serve with this. Let yourself serve those people who want it. Let the other people who will not be served by it, let them go. Okay? So like I said, it's kind of crummy because I had planned that the kids were going to be there. I had my schedule set out, with clients during the time where the kids were going to be in this camp. Now I have to figure it out, which is fine. What I said to him is, listen, my kids are not going to be wearing masks. Okay? They're not going to be wearing masks. So if it's important to you for them to wear masks and you're not okay with them coming in here without a mask, then you're going to have to give me a refund because I have paid for something. You didn't indicate that this was part of the contract. You're changing the contract. I didn't sign anything about this. Todd insisted that it was on the waiver. He made it so clear that he was incredibly rude to me and my kids. They're not allowed in here. So puff chest. He's in control of me and my kids. Don't you dare. No, you will not get a refund because you signed. And they will not come in here without a mask. So you don't have to come back without a mask, but they won't be coming in here and you won't be getting your money back. And I had to spend, I'm sure he's happy to hear this if he ever hears this, had to spend my week advocating to make sure that I got my money back, which, you know what, it wasn't about the money, because I think that KW, Act Out KW would be a very great program for kids. And I think that, and knowing that it was a non-for-profit after the fact, all of these things, hey, if it's helping the community out, that's great, but you don't get to do what you did to me or anybody else. Don't you dare think you can do what you did to me or anybody else. I am floored by society today. I am absolutely disgusted beyond belief of how individuals who are arguing with me about how I don't think some things are okay. I think the school system does some things great. I think a lot of teachers are absolutely phenomenal. That does not negate the reality that there's a lot of crud happening, and it's not okay, and we're not okay with it, and we will not stop until either we have another option that makes sense, that's feasible, that is just, or our voices are heard and our public voices represent the public system. I don't know why it's hard to understand. I really don't know why you're fighting so hard on ensuring that all the voices are heard. When you tell me that, that the system has spoken, you don't know enough about what's going on. And so just kind of give your head a shake, okay? Ask yourself, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? I know what I'm doing here. I wonder if you know what you're doing here. And have conversations with people. Stop presuming you know what their agenda is. Stop presuming that if they disagree with you, they're against you, because that is not what's happening. Anyone who is a parent would know that my strongest advocate would be my parents. Good parents are going to be my strongest advocate. Me, to my kids, nothing is more important to me than my children. Do I agree with everything they do? Absolutely not. Would I tell them when I disagree? Yes, I do, because I love them very, very much. So stop thinking that everybody who disagrees with you is against you. I want the school system to succeed. I do. Okay? I wish my pull was away from it, because there's so much beef with it right now that I wish my pull was somewhere else. Okay? It still is in building, alternatives. If we can't get what we need from the public system, then we must be building alternatives. I don't know how you think that that's some sort of secret agenda. I am straight up transparent with you. I've been telling you from day one, you can keep your ideological schools if you want. I don't know if you're going to need so many buildings. So perhaps there'll be a way for us to take over some of those buildings, because I really don't know how many kids, how many parents, how many constituents are going to want to keep paying for those ideological schools. I don't. But hey, only time will tell. And like I said, those who want it can keep it. Keep it. And those who don't, let us walk away. I don't know why you think you can have both. You want me coming in without a mask? Hey, listen, you can keep your system, your structure, your culture with the masks. Peace out. I don't want any part of it. That's fine if others do. I welcome them in there. I welcome the space for them to walk in there. I am out. But yet you want to keep my money. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?